Hey everybody, today we're going to get our macrame on and make this super fun and super retro wall hanging. Line up the end of your yarn with your cardboard. I've got a little notch right here to help it stay in place, and then simply wrap the yarn all the way around the length of the whole piece of cardboard. I did about 100 wraps to get the fringe for the wall hanging for this video. Because when you cut the yarn, you're going to be working in bundles of about 6 pieces of yarn, 6 strands of yarn. And so depending on how much fringe you want, just divide the total of wraps by 6, and that's how many tassels you'll have. 98, 99, 100. All right, so I've got the tail of the yarn that I've wrapped on the same end as my notch. If you get it mixed up, it's totally cool because you'll just have an extra half piece of yarn. Grab your scissors and trim the end. And then while holding the tail in place, cut one end of all of your wraps of yarn all the way across. And now you have 100 strands of yarn that are all just about the same length. Next, you're going to take 6 pieces of yarn, or whatever number that you think looks the best for your tassels. So in your group of 6 pieces of yarn, find the middle and fold it in half. Then grab your dowel, bring your yarn around the back of the dowel, and pull the tails through the middle of the bundle, forming a lark's head knot. Let me show you that one more time. We're going to grab 6 more strands of yarn from our cardboard and fold it in half to find the middle. Then leapfrog that middle over your dowel and pull the tails through the center to form your lark's head knot. Line them up and repeat this lark's head knot process all the way across your dowel. So now I've got all of my fringe attached to my dowel. I'm ready to iron. When you go to iron your tassels, you're just going to want to kind of comb them out with your fingers to get them to lay evenly before bringing the iron over and straightening that out. Just be careful not to, singe your yarn. Just kind of use your best judgment like you would if you were ironing your clothes. And comb it out in between so you can get more of the yarn. And just iron until all of those kinks from the skein are worked out. I'm going to flip it to get this side as well. And so the point of ironing this is to get the kinks ironed out, literally, but also to get it to hang really nice as an accent piece in your home. Next, we're going to repeat this whole process, but with our second color of yarn and our craft ring. So we're going to start by cutting about 1/3 off of our cardboard. Just like before, we're going to wrap our yarn around our cardboard about 100 times. So just like with the green yarn I showed you earlier, we're just wrapping all of this yarn around the cardboard so we have about 100 pieces of yarn that are all the same length. And once you're done wrapping, you'll trim the tail that you were wrapping and then cut all the yarn at one end. And then you'll have a whole bunch of yarn that's all the same length for tassels. Now I'm going to attach my bundles of gray yarn to my craft ring like we did the dowel. I have 6 strands of yarn here that I folded in half. I'm bringing that around the ring and pulling the tails through to form the lark's head knot to attach the bundle. And again, 6 strands of yarn, bringing it around the ring and pulling the tails through to attach. And now I'm going to attach 15 total bundles of yarn across the bottom of the ring and iron just like before. Once your fringe is attached to your ring and your dowel, we're just about finished. The next step is to just give them a little bang trim. The easiest way to trim these is to hold them in your non-dominant hand and trim it with your dominant hand, like so. You can give it any kind of angle or shape, but with the ring, the nice thing is that the shape of the ring naturally gives all this fringe some shape. So I just kind of like to even out this top layer. And we're gonna do the same thing with our dowel fringe. The nice thing about the dowel is that it is hanging straight across instead of curved, so you can get creative with cutting an asymmetrical fringe for your wall hanging. So when you're all done, your project will look something like this. And what's really fun, if you're really into doing this type of wall hanging, you can even hang more dowel layers for added visual interest in your wall hanging.